Might as well. Hopefully Chloe is able to wake up. Oh no, she's not. She just messaged me. I know it's early for her. That's why I messaged her. Um, we're gonna wake up and we're gonna talk to CJ. I had an idea, guys. I had an idea that I want to tell CJ about. I kind of only, I kind of needed to wake up to talk to Chloe, but that's okay. I kind of knew that it was a toss-up of whether or not she was gonna be able to talk right now because like I said, I know it's early for her. Oh. Short stream because I got some work to do. I gotta get some stuff done. I would love to go to a clothing store. This outfit is kind of cooked. This outfit's kind of cooked, but I was like, I was very rushed when we went into the clothing store, so I just had to kind of throw on what we could throw on.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, 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 hey.
How we doing?
Not bad, not bad. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. I just woke up. I'm gonna hit this clothing store, probably the one. Actually, I'm gonna go to Burger Shack clothing store. I'm gonna run. Where you at? What you doing?
I just got some food. There is something going on today that I really want to get eyes on, which is apparently Brian Knight's impeachment hearing. Wait, let me double check.
Huh?
Okay, wait.
Dark Daphne, yeah.
Yeah, so Brian Knight's being impeached.
What the
And
fuck?
yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to do anything, but like, I would love to get a recording of what's said in there, especially if he throws a hissy fit. I really want evidence of that.
Ooh.
Okay, wait, what the fuck were they doing during this schedule? Dude, if I was Brittany Angel, I would just impeach his ass for this response.
What is it?
Brittany Angel says, "What time on Saturday would work for you two?" And Brian Knight says, "I'm only available at the given times." So that's not a response.
Well, did he give times earlier? Or was you just being
No.
total asshole?
Well, I don't know what the fuck's happening here. Wait, is this happening today?
Pardon me. Jesus.
Should I just add a comment and say, "Yo, you guys doing this today?"
Y'all lock this shit in or not?
Shit.
Thank you, Draxus. Also, good morning, Savabian. Every time I say your name, I have to say it like that.
Okay, well, it's looking like ignore me.
It's looking like what?
Like, it's looking like never mind. I don't know, because the last comment is, I don't see times for Saturday from Brian Knight. If he means the same times that are posted for weekdays, I can make those work on Saturday, but nothing since on that.
Hmm.
So that might not be happening today.
Hmm.
Yeah, mostly today we're going to be trying to plan, well, terrorism.
Okay, great. Love that.
Where are you right now?
I'm just rolling up to the Burger Shack clothing store right
sis,
now. I need
what's
to
up?
fix my shit, and then I can meet up with you.
Okay. Okay. Call me once you're done changing, all right?
All right, sounds good.
All right, bye.
How we doing, friends and family? How are we doing this fine Saturday afternoon? Set morning. It's Saturday morning for me. This is pretty early for me. All right, we're not gonna change a lot. Let's get like it's coming black or what? Hate when shit don't come in black. Hello, terrorist. Just rolled out of bed. Same. Zero. Same. Yeah, this is the move. You know, this outfit's actually like kind of hot. It's like actually pretty good. Sooty cooked when that was her uniform. Not gonna lie. Did you guys have good dreams last night? I don't remember my dreams from last night. Bro, I'm gonna put on this motherfucking... I'm gonna put on this motherfucking outfit. Again. Streetwear Danny. No. There we go. I like, wait. What's the one that I like? Yeah, I like this one. I like this outfit. Anks, what's up? How you doing? How we doing?
Yeah, I heard Enrique's out of La Pinta next week.
Hope
What
everyone
an
is
asshole.
getting their weekend off to a great start. I slept a lot yesterday is what I did. I was so tired. I think that Thursday being my first day back and being what it was just fucking overwhelming to me. I think that my body was like, "Whoa. What are we doing, sister? What's all this then?" As the British say, you know what I mean? My brain was like, "How did we go from like a wedding and like hanging out with family to like terrorism?" You know what I mean? I think I got a little mentally jet lagged. Yeah. So yesterday I just had no energy at all. And so I kind of just signed off. I was supposed to do a bunch of work. I did upload everything to the VOD YouTube. Um uh Drexus, would you be able to link the VOD YouTube in the chat? It is linked up top in the link tree, but if we could just post the VOD YouTube link in the chat, that would be awesome. If you guys aren't following, it's called subscribing on YouTube, but I hate saying that. If you're not following / subscribed to the VOD YouTube, oh, I'm in Rosalita. I'm already in Rosalita. That's one of the things I was supposed to do last night. I'm getting an error when I'm trying to sign in, so I have to submit it to support because before I left for my trip, I spent I'm not even kidding you. I spent 6 hours trying to fix this problem. I'm uninstalling, I'm reinstalling, I'm doing coding. You think I know how to do coding? I don't know how to do coding, but I'm following instructions. I'm trying to like do coding to fix it. It was crazy. Hours, 5 hours I spent one night and like 2 hours the night before. So then I had to get ready for the trip, so I didn't get to finish fixing that, and I'm just gonna submit a ticket to support and be like, hey, let me in. But yeah, I've been accepted to Rosalita for like 2-3 weeks. I've been accepted since like the week it opened.
I was thinking, let's get a band.
Bazin the goat, can you believe that shit? Can you fucking believe that shit? Bazin's a demon. I was unfamiliar with Bazin's game. I said, Bazin, what do you do? And I didn't know. I was unaware. That's my bad. What he does is he smokes cops for fun, dude. Dude's a monster.
Hello.
Ciao, ciao.
Okay, do you know where I released you from into the wild?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Okay. Can you get there?
Yeah.
Sneakily.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just gonna go on foot from the back. It'll take me a little bit because I'm down. I'm at like Bahama Mamas right now.
Okay. Call me when you're like 20 seconds out.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right, see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Rest in peace, Bahama Mamas, man. I swear to God, 5.0, Daphne's running Bahama Mamas. Just out of spite. Just out of fucking spite, bro. 8 years in the making, Daphne's finally gonna own Bahama Mamas. Just you wait and see. Just you fucking wait and see, brothers and sisters. Yeah, I do want to see the clips, though. I really want to see the clips. I saw Andy was watching a clip of, like, Jeff being a demon. What was that? Is that from the same chase? He had, like, an AR or something. He had some kind of crazy shit going on. That was 3 days ago? How did I not know about this? Steady. I'm gonna steal a bus. Dude, I'm gonna steal a bus. That's what we should start doing, is we should start riding around in buses. Someone should dress like a bus driver and just take all the Babylonians in one bus. What if we had a meeting on a bus? Oh my god, what if we had a... No, that's a terrible idea. It was a giant team effort yesterday, but Baz went above and beyond. Yeah, that was insane. Speedy interrogating Daphne. Oh my god, that was so funny. That was like the first interaction I had when I get back. So funny. No, Tulsa. I am going to be messaging support. I was supposed to do that last night, but I was exhausted, so I did not do that. Straight to prison, literally. Wouldn't that be so funny? It would be like all the Babylonians get on a bus, and then we get pulled over, and they find out that we're all Babylonians and we're trying to get out in a chase in a bus. But then we're just like, actually, we'll just make this easy for you, and we just pull the bus into the prison, and we all go in at the same time. Honestly, that would be kind of funny. Like, we all just launch into the prison and they haven't processed anyone. They don't know who's in, who's out. They have no idea what's going on. Complete chaos. They gotta come into the prison. They have to come into the prison to figure out which Babylonians are even in there. And then we just start a riot inside the prison. Easy. Guys, I'm cooking. I'm cooking here. uh. Oh, did we link the VOD YouTube? I'm sorry. No, we don't need to ask Muzzy Jiraxis. They have support for that. You need a chaser car to ram the bus from behind to get it up to speed. Problem to yeet from the cliff, but seems doable. Surely. Oh, I'm in the wrong set of... I'm in the nice set of houses. Yeah. You like that? This has a back door, though. No, we be on West Eclipse. Sorry, yeah, I was, saying that. Yeah, if we could... no, we can pin the regular link, but if you could please just drop the VOD YouTube link in the chat, that would be amazing. As I was saying, you guys, I just updated all the VOD YouTube. The VOD YouTube is completely updated. If you would be so kind as to subscribe to that YouTube channel, follow it, because I need to get to 1,000 to be able to monetize, and we're almost there. We're almost there. The VOD YouTube is the best place to look at the VODs, because when I upload the videos, thank you, Draxis, when I upload the VODs to YouTube, I put in the description everything that happens in that VOD. So if you're looking for a particular scene from Daph POV, you can just look through, and there's a playlist that's all in chronological order, so you can be like, what was Daphne doing in New Babylon 3 months ago? And you can just look at the playlist, chronological order, and then you can look in the description if you're like, wow, I want to see Daphne's POV when they bombed the courthouse. You can do that. Because in the description it says Daphne and Lang bombed the courthouse. You know what I mean? So, it's a pretty good time. But yeah, Rosalita's cool. So I have 3 possible characters that I can bring into Rosalita. I think I know what I want to do, but I kind of want it to be a surprise. Just because, like, if there are people that have watched me for a long time, or they know me from Wild RP, from back in the day, I think they might be a little excited about what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I know, I know. I love when a new server starts up and every role player goes there. It's always a really good time. Like, usually people kind of find their footing and go back to their OG server or whatever after a couple months, depending on, like, how poppin' the server is, how good of a time people are having. But there's always this like golden era when a new server pops off where everybody you get people you've RP'd with in Wild and No Pixel and Prodigy and um Ignite, like you name it, like everybody you've ever role played with is there and it is so much fun. Like Ignite was like that. Um Honestly, World's End was like that for the first launch of World's End. I'm trying to think what other servers have been like that. I mean, 4.0 even was like that as well, but 4.0 isn't as much of like... When 4.0, like when there's a huge no pixel update, it's not as much like... It's not as much like you're with all the role players. It's like you're with all the content creators. Like everybody's doing it for the first month or two. Um, so that's like a little different. I know it's good when I see Burn and Space Boy at the same time. Are they on Rosalita right now? I'll be darned. Between Space Boy and Forever. Space Boy was like one of the first people I ever interacted with on Daphne. Daphne hit him with her car, and then she's like, "I'm so sorry. Do you want to ride?" And he was like, "Only if I can drive." And she was like, "Well, of course." And then I don't know why I did that. And then he was like, drove her into Burger Shot, and it landed on the counter, and we couldn't get the car out of Burger Shot. So I threw a concert in Burger Shot to promote Bad Driver. And I like put signs up being like "Stream Bad Driver" by Daphne Malone. We had like other artists come in, we're like performing on the tables. It was really fun. I have to pee, that's why I sat down right here. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, it was funny. New era. Is that GTA? I'm gonna be honest, I am thoroughly disinterested in any GTA server that's not No Pixel or Prodigy. I simply do not have the brain capacity to comprehend another server in any way. They don't exist in my mind. I got ADHD and shit. I can't just be doing, I can't be just like investigating other servers, this, that, and third, and when, no, I'm here this day. No. Drive myself out of my mind. Okay, if I remember correctly, it should be... Yep, I know my lane and I'm sticking to it, exactly. I don't have the mental the mental fortitude to comprehend more servers than I mean, even No Pixel and Prodigy, you know, I'm gonna main one. I'm either gonna just be fucking around, but I'm not really like a just fuck around RPer. Like, I like doing stories and, like, long-standing shit that builds. I'm not really into, like, oh, I'll just pop in here one day and then pop. I'm not that kind of character. I'm not that kind of player. My characters aren't those type of somebody like James Randall can do that, you know what I mean? Because he just pops up and it's just like chaos, chaos, chaos. Storm Snitch! Yeah, somebody like James Randall can just go wherever the fuck he wants and shit's gonna get crazy. I think this is it right here. But I don't play those type of characters. Yeah, exactly. My girl's a slow burn. Episodic versus full arcs. Exactly, exactly. I'm an arc type of girly. Will you ever perform music in Prodigy again? I know someone new who might be interested in going to a concert. Yeah, I mean, I definitely will. I definitely want to go into Prodigy and, like, get signed again. Back to Wu Chang. I have so many friends. Is this the right? I think this is the door. I have so many friends in Prodigy. Good morning, Jackie. How we doing? I have so many friends in Prodigy, and that's what I want to, you know, I want to go say hi to everybody, and we love all the storylines, even when you traumatize us. We haven't really had anything traumatizing happen to Daphne and No Pixel, so I think we're due for one, right? What's it gonna be? Is her love interest gonna die? Is she gonna die? Is she gonna get ostracized from a gang? What haven't we done yet? What haven't we done? Happiness, my favorite part about playing Daphne, well, the Fiorentino family, Daphne and Dahlia. My favorite part about playing them is that I think that they deserve happiness, and I try to make them characters that you want to be happy, you want to root for them, you want their hard work to pay off, but it never will. They will always live miserable lives. At not entirely fault of their own. Just because I come back around doesn't mean time for trauma. I cannot handle another character passing away. Oh, her phone is scuffed? Does she know that it's scuffed? Or is it just like she's not getting calls and shit? Oh, there we go. Oopsies. Hello.
Hello, sorry, I was on the wrong phone.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm right next to the door, like hiding, like in the parking lot next to it, kind of.
By the way,
Perfect.
Oh.
You got it?
Yep.
Yep. Hello. Oh God. Oh God.
Hello. All right, let's get.
Well, yes.
You know we have like 13 bathrooms in here.
Literally 13 bathrooms.
Yeah, if only she would use one of them.
Wait. Oh. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Is it actually 13? Isn't that bad luck or something?
I have not counted. That was a guesstimate.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for her to finish pissing on the wall
Mm.
to get into a bunch of shit that we cook. And if you need food and drink, we got some over.
Sick. Amazing. I am cooking on something too, actually.
Ooh! Okay, yeah, this
Uh,
is going to be a girlies
Cook
planned
fest.
terrorism day.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about some shit because me and Bobby were talking the other night, and he was like, I don't think that people give as much of a fuck about the radio transmission as like we think we do. That we as much as we think they do, right? And I was like, you think so? Like, yeah. So I've been thinking about ways to kind of how could we make people feel even more involved, really, right? Now, I think the concert is going to be really good to let, as far as like getting more word out to civilians and like kind of demystifying it a little bit to civilians in a way of like, we're still just like people. We're still throwing a concert. Fuck the cops. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, but maybe I'll wait until she gets back to explain
Yeah.
this thought I had because it's kind of a big operation, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm of a similar mind as you and Bobby. I will say, and I already said this to Nancy, so I don't mind repeating it now. A lot of people in this city just genuinely don't give a fuck about much but their
Mm.
own personal gain, right?
Yes,
So,
exactly.
like the radio broadcast and whatnot, I'm sure some people tune in for the drama and whatnot, but
Yeah, like
they
they're
are
watching
never
Beverly
going
Hills
to have
90210.
exactly. They're never going to have the same motivation that we do to cause change. The
Good
only
morning.
reason that they
Good
would
morning.
ever feel okay, let me pause this for a moment. Can you come with me for a second, Nancy?
I think she's gonna show you the bathroom. Girlies plan terrorism. Did you
All
show
right,
her
now
the
she knows
bathroom?
where. Yes, I did. Fantastic. Now we don't have to smell your piss while we try and cook up terrorism.
I don't think you'll smell it
Does
because I've
that
had
work?
quite a lot of water. So
Can you not piss in this? What is this? Dining room? Is that like Nappy, just one thing we ask of you. Could you just piss in a toilet, of which we have many? There's one literally in the room you sleep in.
Yeah,
Thank
I'll
you.
think about it.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Girlies Plan
obviously,
Terrorism Day.
yay! You've seen the books, right?
The ones that like they found.
No. So these are the mission books that we are sending
cool.
people on. And the reason
Oh,
that
cute.
they'll actually start participating in these is because motherfuckers love a task or a mission, one, and two, they would get stuff out of it. So,
Yeah, exactly.
maybe they don't give a fuck about our cause, but at least they are still doing stuff to make it seem like they do because they'll get something out of it.
Mhm. Sick, sick, sick. Very cute. Attractive branding. No risk. Infinity RPD. Did they end up doing the thing yesterday? Somebody did
So we
something,
got
right?
2 different groups on the go right now. The first group, which is the Hounds, they accepted like the task, or not the task. They accepted wanting to do a task, but haven't gotten back to us on what task yet. The second group accepted task number 2, so the medium risk. Now whether or not they've completed it seems like they didn't yet. So if not over the weekend, I'm hoping Monday they're able to. But we are going to push these out, I think, to multiple groups at the same time.
Yeah. Sick. Alright, so this is what I was cooking on that might be able to coincide with that a little bit. Cause yeah, I used to kind of manage, I guess the word would be, an alliance, if you will, back in New York. And the thing is, people didn't actually give that much of a fuck about like the strength we had together. They cared about what they were getting through it. It's kind of like exactly what you just said, right? So I was thinking, what if, since we can't do trade day exactly like we were before, and I know we're still doing like the market like this, right? But what if we had groups that had specific access to things that they could sell? So we would be kind of more like manufacturers selling it to them, and they're the ones pushing the shit on the streets. Because now they're profiting money that they can use out there to buy their cars and whatever, and they're criminally implicated. They're a part of they're like an arms dealer for the resistance instead of just like they buy shit from us. Does that make sense?
We might be straying a bit too close to being an exact copy of the Faceless if we do that.
I see.
I think rather than having them, like, we want to hold the power of having something to offer in terms of selling things. I think I'd rather them do tasks in order to show that the resistance is growing rather than have like a financial backing. Like, I want to keep as much power in our own hands over these other groups. Oh, idea, right. So this is what we're thinking. For Monday, we want to do a radio broadcast with some sort of terrorism attached. What we're thinking
do a
is a
quiz to show up at
crossword
Costco.
puzzle in which all the questions are questions that make or force the marshals and the law enforcement officers to take accountability for their own faults or fuck ups. So questions like the answer would be something relating to them torturing Sab in Brian Knight's house, or trying to use Rue, and getting her put in harm's way, or the day they came in and tried to kill a bunch of civilians during a town hall meeting. Like all these things that they did that make them the enemy, and I want them to have to force themselves to write it down and like reflect on it. And then the answer to all of these will form a word that will either just be a color of a wire to cut for a bomb, or will be
True
like
kinsfolk,
random
yeah.
letters that they have to Caesar cipher. So shift the letters a certain number of times
I didn't know that's what the
into
faceless did.
a word that is a wire to cut. No, I'm like 90% sure that we can like put a bomb down that has a certain wire to cut that we would know. But not 100%, but I'm pretty sure.
So it's the crosswords for the cops?
Yes.
Nice.
We do need to think of like what we want to attack on Monday though.
Yeah, because this one is like pre-planned, unlike
Mhm.
before we can just sort of choose it on the day.
Yeah. We'll have to have a pretty set plan for this one.
So you're gonna plant the crossword like like days before, or?
So we would probably that morning put the crossword somewhere. And then maybe the radio broadcast could lead them to that place.
Now have they been tracking the broadcasts by, like, have they been figuring out the location from the signal itself?
So we have a system set up that we have like a transmitter that changes where it seems to be coming from so they don't automatically go to us, right? But if they find that, which we have a camera on it right now, uh and they like destroy it, I'm pretty sure they could just track the signal straight to us wherever we're broadcasting from.
Yeah, if they find the scrambler, they can track us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so so crossword in the morning. They spend all morning racking their brains trying to figure this shit out. Radio broadcast, scramblers on, and if they don't figure out the crossword, they're not gonna be able to find it for a while, right?
So the radio broadcast would lead them to the crossword, which they would then complete to get an answer to which wire to cut.
Oh, gotcha,
And maybe
gotcha.
we'd have. How do we give them the location of the bomb?
I mean, I
That would
suppose.
be you'd give the location for the bomb with the crossword, the highlighted letters, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's got to be a way to make it the same in the crossword.
You know, like when you do a
True.
crossword and it's like, find the final word, and there's like, they're all white apart from one letter in each word is blue.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives them the final word.
They'll have to unscramble that, but how hard can that be, right?
But then how do we tell them what wire to cut?
Well, you've got like, because it's numbered, right? So those letters can be, like, say it's blue. Those letters can be like number 1 across, first letter. Number 3 down, second letter. Right? Like first letter of word 1 down, first letter of word 3 across. Does that make sense? Because colors aren't a lot of letters. Another bomb. So silent. They're so silent. They're so silent right
Okay,
now.
let's reverse. Where do we want the bomb? That's probably the most important part, right? Then we can work out how many questions we need to give them the bomb location and also the color of the wire.
What was the verdict on that Brian Knight thing? Was that inconclusive?
What, Brian, I think?
The impeachment? Is it just like we just don't know at this current point in time?
So it's meant to happen today, or it was meant to, but he like didn't give if he would be around or not, what time. So we don't know. They're still in the scheduling phase.
Hmm. Who else has been like, is anybody else that's been fucking with us in the PD? Like, heavy? I mean, in general, yeah, but...
I mean, my top 3 people that I would love dead are Sean Danielson, Brian Knight, and probably Vale. I would put Vale above Brian Knight, to be honest. I can't get out of my mind her statements in court after they came in and like shot down a bunch of people that were unarmed.
What was that?
She was
I
like,
wasn't there.
"Oh my god, you weren't there?
No, I wasn't there. I was gone that week.
Holy shit, dude. We were having a town hall meeting and there was this giant dust storm. And during this dust storm, they disguised 2 people, like Carmine probably and somebody else, as like just random ass motherfuckers. Then drove a bank truck into the entrance and basically kept pissing people off until they got shot at. And the second we shot, they had snuck into the walls, gone up on all the towers with like every officer they had, and just started shooting down on everybody in the dust storm.
Jesus.
Nobody ever identified themselves as an officer before they started shooting. So we obviously won that in court, but this one marshal in her statement basically showed absolutely no remorse, absolutely no like professionalism. She was saying that she was upset because she had like gross Babylonian blood on her very nice shirt.
What?
Yeah.
What is their beef? Man, these guys are crazy.
Yeah, and this was like before we had done anything to deserve that. Like now we are blowing them up, right? Okay, sure. But before, like, you guys fucked up, own your shit. You are law enforcement. You want to act vindictive. You want to act like with hatred towards this community. Fine. So yeah, I would love to behead her.
Okay, yeah.
But Sean Danielson even more. Fuck him.
Okay, yeah.
And then Brian Knight, obviously, like
I mean, I feel like their
I don't
houses
actually
is
think
what's
we've
what happens.
gone into detail about any of that actually in any of the broadcasts. We've sort of like touched on it that they're obviously corrupt and do things strangely. But it might be nice to actually do a radio broadcast that kind of we just tell the story of what happened.
Holy shit.
That unfortunately, because law enforcement taught us how to behave, we now do it how we've been taught.
No, I do think like they need to understand. I mean, they'll never understand any of the propaganda that we say because, they're always going to be of their own mind. But I think pushing that narrative more of like everything that's happening now you guys caused. Every innocent life taken, every person put into danger, every house blown up is because of you. Whether that's you enlisting Rue into helping you spy on Babylonians, whether that's you storming in, not identifying yourself as officers and shooting down civilians. Like, that is all you guys that radicalized us into this. You wanted to call us treasonous? We're just acting the part. We're playing the part that you labeled us.
Was Brian and I talking about civilians on the broadcast yesterday?
I don't know why we're finding it so difficult to think of what we want to blow up.
I know, right?
I think it's because we're very limited in what we actually have left.
I mean, we already did the courthouse. We lured them into a trap. What are the other things we bombed? We bombed that chick's house. Like, I feel like houses is kind of boring. Blowing up people's houses is kind of boring.
It's tough, right? Because it needs to be something that makes sense, but it also can't be something where civilians are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking like if you could do liquid library and put it like between books and they have to actually still find it when they get there. But it's risky because again, civilians can go there and use it.
Yeah. Liquid Library didn't do nothing to us.
I think I kind of like Nancy, I think you're right. I didn't really think this through, but obviously this resistance to us, we were put through absolute hell. They brought in a tank and blew us up. Well,
Yeah.
you guys, I was in Canada, sorry. But and they did all that and escalated it to that point when it wasn't deserved, in my opinion.
Because
Obviously they're gonna hold a
time-
different
100%.
opinion.
Did they speak that second time when they came in, or did they just descend?
Pretty sure they
Well, I
Like,
wasn't
did they
there.
try to talk to us at any point?
I don't believe so, no.
Like before they came in,
Yeah.
I'll play devil's advocate here. They 100% tried to reach out
Oh, they called,
multiple
right.
times after February 18th. That was when they shot us all down in a dust storm to try and mend the bridge. And
We finally found out what happened on February
just
18th,
hadn't
guys.
felt like enough time had passed.
No one's
yet.
told us.
Okay, and
then
what
they
about
blew us up
what
with the tank.
about February 18th? Had they tried to reach out at that point?
That's the one she was just talking about.
So February 18th, their actions were inexcusable. They truly were. And I remember walking into the hospital because somebody was in critical condition and they were going to surgery. And I walked by Ventura and he attempted a half-assed apology at the time. But everyone that spoke during the February 18th thing, every single time it was very much like, yeah, like that's not how it was supposed to go. Yeah, well, no fucking shit. No fucking shit. That's not how it was supposed to go if you were doing your job, but that's how it went. Like, it was never accountability. It was just deflection of responsibility.
Yeah, that's why I think we probably tell the story of February 18th rather than
I mean, I think that
24th.
lines up well with like Brian Knight's twats. Like, you
Yeah.
guys want to talk about a day? Why don't we start with the day where this all began from, and it was not caused by us?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
nobody
what
probably
did they even
knows
say?
why we have this resistance, right? They probably just think, okay, the cops raided New Babylon and, you know, blew it up. Now
Mhm.
they're on the run, so they have to do this. But that's not really the true story.
Yeah.
All right, great. So this radio will be then. We'd like to tell you the tale of February 18th. Because, like, when you think back to a lot of us back there, like, I hadn't even handled a gun at that point, you know? Like, I was
Yeah.
forced into a situation where I had to protect myself. So I think we tell that tale as a message. Now, where would that lead us to blow up?
Also, I think that we could hit this from two fronts. I think we could do it on the radio broadcast. I also think we can hold a film premiere. Have AC edit all that shit together. Be like, you heard about it on the radio and see the fucking, there's a whole documentary actually.
I wonder, does he have footage of February 18th? Because he
I
may
actually
have
don't know.
just been getting shot. Like, when I say, Daphne, everyone was getting shot, I mean everyone was getting shot. Zeke was handcuffed in a corner getting shot. Every single person was just bullets raining down on them. I don't know if AC would have been able to
Jesus.
get footage.
Like, there was people running away. I was literally running away, no gun in hand, and I got shot down.
If we don't have footage, I mean, you know, it's a little less evidence, but could do interviews, right? Like you guys straight up just like we find a place where you can dress like yourselves for a second in somebody's house maybe and be on camera and being like, this is what happened, like just 30 seconds like you just did, you know?
I want to get the people in prison side of it as well, because I think Eliza may have gotten shot down for no reason as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think they were literally hiding and they just got shot down.
The documentary can be like the fall of Babylon. What happened?
Okay.
What happened to New Babylon?
Do we have anything that is a sequence of small explosions?
Mm.
Because what if it's really risky. At every point where someone got shot down, February 18th in Babylon is marked with a bomb.
Wait, like you want to re-blow up New Babylon?
Oh, New Babylon is just not there anymore.
Yeah. But I
It's
mean,
more
like, do
so
you
a-
want the bombs at the location of where people were shot, or
Yeah.
the number?
Well, do we know for sure how many people were shot down February 18th?
Fuck, man. Oh
Because it would
my
be
god.
like-
Wait. A bank truck, dude. We blow up a bank truck somewhere where the police are. We do it back to them.
Mm.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's like tell the tale of it, repeat it. I like it.
Mm. I love that.
Do we lead them to that bank truck at Babylon? I just really, really badly want
Oh
it
my
to be
god,
a
the
repeat.
front entrance
Yep.
of Babylon,
Mm-hmm.
where
Lead
it
'em
all
there.
began.
Blow them all up.
Mm.
Once we've told like the most immersive storytelling of what happened on February 18th.
Mm.
That's it. That's the plan. That's Monday's plan.
So the transmission will be coming from inside the bank truck?
Yep. Well, it won't be, but it will look like it is because of the scrambler.
Mm.
I knew we'd get there.
I love this
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
brilliant. It's
I
perfect.
adore this. And I really need to pee. Watch me
Again?
go to the bathroom. I have been hydrating a lot. God forbid.
That's good for you.
Thank you. I'm gonna go to the bathroom like a civilized person.
All right, there's no toilet roll.
She's having a wee if you needed me to translate that from Canadian to English for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much. Fucking perfect. That is fucking
Yeah,
perfect.
this is sick.
I'm so glad we just thought of February 18th in that moment. That's the whole narrative of Monday.
They're gonna be expecting that. They expect a bomb like every time now is the thing.
I know, but we've tried to rack
Hi,
our brains
Matrix.
of what has an actual impact. And the only other thing that would do that would be to take someone hostage.
Yeah, exactly. Or we could pretend there was a hostage, like that idea CJ had, where she was like, oh, have a recording that makes it sound like somebody's in the trunk or whatever. We could pretend there was a hostage so they really think they gotta get in there.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of already behave as though there is because as law enforcement, they sort of have to.
Sarah. I'm also, I gotta get the word out before the concert and like, I gotta get a burner phone and start calling people to advertise because I'm also scared that people are gonna think we're gonna blow up the concert, which obviously we're not.
Yeah, I know. I do feel like people might be wary of that. That's why we're keen not to do anything else with civilians because we just don't want it to get to that point.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just gonna like make calls about it and be like, from a burner and just be like, everybody I know, come to the show, come to the show. I mean, I've got guest performers, I've got an opening act. Like, it looks like a normal show. You know what I mean? It is a normal show. The only difference is that I'm gonna just say some shit about the resistance stirring.
After your event, we're going to do some kind of like tap code. So Mondays is a crossword and Wednesdays is going to be tap code. Have you ever heard of tap code before?
Mm-mm.
So it came from the Vietnam War when prisoners of war were in like concrete cells. There was no communication allowed. They were essentially torture chambers. And one person came up with the idea of a 5x5 grid with letters A to Z. So, for example, if you want to do the letter A, you go because it's row 1, column 1. So we're going to do that. There's going to be 2 separate locations, 2 books, one with the code and one with the tap code so that they can decipher it.
And where does that lead?
Not sure yet. We've only done Monday's plan.
That's sick. It's gonna be hard for them to figure out. They're gonna think it's Morse code at first.
Yep.
Sick. Yeah, I feel like it can't be a, like, it can't always just be a bomb every time, you know? I think we're...
I know, but damned if we can think of anything else that sort of has an impact.
Right. I mean, the February 18th reenaction is fucking flawless. It's amazing. I'm trying to think of other things. What else can we do? Did you just meow?
Yep. Okay. Now, how do we drive this bank truck to where we want it?
We have to do that.
I don't even remember how people get bank trucks. It's been a fucking year and a half or something since I had anything to do with that shit.
We'll not get them from Group 6.
We could just grab one from Group 6, yeah. Now, whether or not we can find someone that can actually get one, is we all criminals?
You have to be clean to have a big G6 truck?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
Oh shit. So everything's on lockdown at that point.
I mean, there's like so many people that have G6 trucks, though. I mean, that's what everybody used to do a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah, but will those
I'm sure we
people
could
be
find
willing
one.
to would they try and get them for accomplice? Maybe not, because we could have just stolen it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we need to just find someone who's clean who can just get us one. Obviously we will just implicate that we've stolen it.
Well, the thing
And they
is,
will say the same thing if they get questioned. They stole it. There was nothing I could do.
here's the thing. Actually, they can report it stolen whenever we want them to. Like, after we've got it placed and after everything is all set up and the transmission's over, right? Or maybe even before. Because then, one, they're in the clear. They're not going to get in trouble. And two, the police know this is legit. They stole a G6 truck. They know exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, cops would then probably just say, okay, we need you to track that for us. Rather than them coming to the actual radio transmission, the signal.
True.
I mean, they can do what they want. If they want to report it stolen to cover their back, great. Doesn't really matter to us, does it, at that point? We'll just implicate them more and the cops will ask them more questions, I suppose.
Now, what's stopping them from just letting it blow up?
That's kind of what I was saying. They're going to expect a bomb is the thing at this point.
Like, if there's a bank truck that's gonna blow up at Babylon, why would they even care enough to, like, try and go in there and risk their lives to stop it?
So what I just said to Nancy is we could utilize that idea you had about fake hostage in the trunk. They think somebody's inside, but there's not, so they think they gotta go in and save them.
Yeah, but then they open the doors, there's no one there, they just leave.
Well, wouldn't they? Yeah.
I mean, we could. This is, like, fucked because the problem is getting it somewhere without one of us getting caught for driving it, right? But, like, if we could drive it to their front door like they drove it to ours, they would want to. Fuck, it's so annoying because they could just drive it away too. God damn it, we have to kill another civilian.
Unless we don't take it to Babylon, I just like the idea of taking it to Babylon to be like back to where this all started and this is why this happened. Unless we drive it to their front door.
Let's drop a car
Yeah,
on them like they let the fucking besties do to us.
Oh my god, we drop a bank truck on the top of MRPD. My problem here is they could just drive it away, you know?
But not if it has a bomb in it.
Like, you wanna link the bomb to if the vehicle starts or stops.
What?
Like if they started, now the bomb's ticking.
Because, I mean, if the bomb's in it, right, they would just try and drive it somewhere where it's gonna blow up, not in an area where people are, including MRPD.
You think they'd get in the vehicle with a bomb in it?
1000%.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But if it stops it from blowing up MRPD, I think they would. I think somebody would get in a bomb suit and try and drive it far away. Now, if we bring it to Babylon, they're just going to form a perimeter and let it blow up.
Well, they've already done the speed thing, Sarah. I think that was the last one that they did. What if we take Bikini Bottom and we put it over there?
It's so difficult to not think of a bomb. And I've tried to do it for the last week.
Well, this has to be a bomb if we're doing the crossword shit, right?
That's what I'm 2 seconds away from saying.
Yeah.
We throw a summer camp for the cops. Guys, I just want to start saying stupid shit.
I need to know if
I'll be
our
camp counselor
bombs
again.
are like you can cut the wires or phone bombs.
Ooh.
And then in like the crossword or riddle we give them, we can make it clear like if you guys try to move the vehicle, we'll just trigger the bomb.
Yeah.
What about the camera at the outhouse? What?
So their only option is to try and disable it. They
Yes.
have no choice. Yeah.
We set up a lemonade stand outside the PD, but when they buy the lemonade, it's a bomb and it blows up.
I'm pretty sure phone bombs like fuck. I wish we had bomb experts here.
I know. Who knew how they worked?
So I'm pretty sure the phone bomb, you call a number one time and that like starts the like activates it, and then you call it a second time to blow it up. And dude, if you could like leave the phone with the crossword and then call the number and like Brian pick up and be like, sup bitch. You know, more resistancy, but like basically be like, we've given you a chance to defuse this bomb, but it is going to take, you know, something you guys aren't used to, which is taking accountability. Good luck with this riddle. If you try and get around it, we'll just trigger the bomb. All it will take is a press of one button.
So the way that the way that we know that they've solved it is because they called that phone that we've left there with it.
See, the problem is I need to know how phone bombs work. Like, is it the phone that blows up, or is it a bomb that blows up by calling a number?
Right.
Can we have a second phone with that number?
Yeah, because if the phone is gonna blow up, they're just gonna be like, well, we're just gonna throw this phone in the river.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
If the phone's
easy.
gonna blow up, I'm just blowing up Brian Knight. Like, I don't care. I'm spamming that phone call. Ring,
Like,
ring,
hello,
ring, boom.
boom. Yeah, because then where would the bomb be that they have to like? That's the part I might be missing right now.
So the bomb would be in the G6 truck, which
Mhm.
would go to MRPD. I think we reverse it and like
Mm.
do it
At
to
their house.
them what they did to us,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that way they're not just gonna let it explode, because if they let it explode, they blow up their building. Even the
Mm.
observatory, right? That might be a bit, honestly, that might be easier now that I think about it than the
Definitely easier to get it there unseen
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Dude, if we had that camera set up at the observatory, we ping them or like get them to a separate location with the crossword book, a phone, and a camera code in the book as well. They look at the camera code, they see the bomb, they see the G6 truck at the observatory, which we moved while they were going to the initial ping. And they're like, oh shit. And then the phone rings, they pick it up, and we're like, hey, what's up, girly pop? So we've left a present for you. Good luck taking accountability. Bye. Also, if you do anything, we're just gonna blow it up.
But then if they have to do a puzzle to defuse the bomb, they've already had to sit and do a crossword. Is it too much? Like, is it too long-winded?
So the crossword is giving them the answer for what wire to cut. So that's the only puzzle they're doing, right?
Okay.
Yes, they have to do it.
Because we would give them the location via that camera code.
Slow
right?
acting
They would
poison is such a good
see
idea.
their own house with a bank truck at the front.
My God, they could call into the radio with their answer.
The problem is, I don't want them trying to justify it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them
Like-
speaking more than a single word at a time as
Yeah.
to the answer. Like, if they were like,
Actually, we did
well,
because...
technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we find civilian that will let us use their bank trucks because ours are all going to be locked down. There's not a single one of us that don't have a record right now. I think that's left.
Vito, maybe, but he hasn't been around. I don't even know if that's true.
Who?
Maybe Vito, but I'm not sure, and he hasn't been around, so...
Vito definitely has a criminal record.
Okay.
Maybe we could steal one from the place,
Yeah, we probably can.
right?
They normally leave them out front, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Mmm.
But regardless, I think that's the easiest part. If we can't steal one, then I'm sure we can find a civilian that would let us use their bank truck, etc. They can do what they want. We drive that up to observatory.
Mm-hmm.
Then we ping them to the crossword. How do we wish to ping them to the crossword? Because we've
That's what I'm
used
thinking. Yeah, not
we've
ATM.
used the ATM because we've done it. I mean, if we had cards or could get hold of cards for like Polito Bank, that's a surefire way to get them to turn up. And when they
No.
get there, there's no one there.
They don't get names for that, obviously.
Names.
So like robbing a bank, they're not even going to think of Babylon.
Yeah, but Polito is rarely that it's rare that they don't respond to it. Is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so would you like people to get in a Polito bank chase? Then
No.
I think she's saying just trigger it and then dip.
Trigger
leave
it,
the crossword
leave,
there.
leave the scene there for them with the book. So
yeah,
when
I
they turn
worry
up,
they
they
would
think,
literally pull up, look inside, see nothing, and be like, "Yeah."
no, I think you would make it like very, very clear that it was there.
Mm.
Like you'd put signage up,
Mm.
you'd leave the book outside.
Or even just leaving they search stolen cars, so like you put it on top of or outside of in the trunk of a stolen car, they're gonna search that shit.
I'm
Like, right in
so
front of the door.
worried that they don't give a fuck about any crime other than if they know it's a Babylonian, just because of the
Mm.
twat that they put out. Where they said that cops aren't even showing up to bank trucks because of the
Resistance tag, yeah.
Babylonians. Like, we'd have to gamble that they would go to that.
Mm.
And the only other option we have is using a bank, an ATM.
Mm.
Unless we leave a car, but why would they run the plate if it was just parked? I was like going to say, unless we use a car that is in one of our names.
Mm.
But they'd have no reason to look at a parked car.
Unless it was a Babylonian car.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We could
Mm.
get one of our cars out, but if it was just parked on the side of the road, do you think they're that stupid to take the bait of it being a Babylonian car? Actually,
Well,
yeah,
I'm
probably.
talking like a Babylonian car.
Yeah, like one
Yeah,
of our
like
old,
Yeah, like one of my old
Yeah.
cars.
I don't think mine are locked down.
I don't think mine are either.
I only have a bike.
But driving that, I mean, I guess I wouldn't really even have to drive it. I could just leave it in that parking lot. So that's far enough away from the observatory that I think it would buy us enough time.
Yes, Matrix.
Would that be enough of a pull to get everyone down there?
I don't know. And it's also waiting for someone to come across it as well.
Yeah.
We could be waiting an hour for someone to drive by it and see it. You'd actually have to park it at like senior buns. I honestly believe that. I think you'd need to put it somewhere really like
That'd be too risky
Traffic-
trying to drive it
traffic
there.
heavy.
We could hit the power plant.
What, as to where we take the bank truck?
No. As in to draw the police over to that area. if we hit one of the boxes at the power plant and then dip out and put the books somewhere visible, that could work.
And is that where we take out power for the whole city if we were to do it?
Yeah, you there's a bunch of boxes, you thermite them open, and you gotta do some hacking in there. But we wouldn't be able to do that without like a very coordinated plan.
And
The
is
hack
that
isn't
what
hard, it's
normally
just
people do before they like break people out of prison, that kind of thing, when the power
Yeah.
goes out?
yeah,
Mhm.
like they
Yeah.
would show up to that.
Yeah.
They're gonna
They would
be
kinda
and they're gonna
have
be
to.
freaked out too because they're gonna think that there's another prison
Yeah.
breakout. But yeah, they always investigate the power plant after a prison breakout, as far as I know. Look for DNA and shit.
It's doing stuff like this where you realize that there's not a lot of things that you can do.
Mm.
Unless you do a similar thing to using an ATM and you pay for something with card, like at a gas station or something.
Wait a second. If we're giving them the
Not enough
location
terrorism
at the
activities
observatory, and
available.
we're giving them the answer to which wire to cut, why don't we just tell them where to go on the radio?
Yeah.
Could utilize that.
What'd you say?
We just give them a riddle on the radio for where to go for
Mhm.
the clue.
And then the crossword only gives them the wire to cut?
Yep. So then we have the radio starts, right? And they listen in. They solve a very simple like coordinate or something like that for where to go. They go to said location. There is a book that includes the crossword and the camera code. They check the camera code and the thingy camera shows them the observatory. So then they know that the bank truck is there. And they rush back there with the book. They realize there's a bomb in it. They solve it. They cut the right wire, bomb is defused. Or they don't solve it in time, it blows up.
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, I think if they have a chance to defuse a bomb, they're gonna take it. I'm not gonna ignore it.
And where do we want the can we put the book in Babylon, given that this is all around Babylon?
Yeah, 100%.
We put the crossword book at Babylon for them to work out, which gives us time to plant the bank truck.
Okay. So radio broadcast is the story of February 18th, what pushed us into what we are now. And it includes what kind of riddle do we want to give them? Do we want to give them like words? Do we want to give them Morse code? Do we want to give them like what?
Or the location?
I think
Yeah.
a riddle. Like something like, because we'd put it in the range, right?
Yeah, we could put it at the range.
So the riddle could be something like, I have X amount of chairs. So we just need to work out how many are in like the range of Babylon. I have X amount of chairs. I have 3 flags, or however many we had up there. Something like that.
Hmm. Even be telling the story and say something like cryptic, like it's vital or very important that the marshals, the police, and everybody responsible for what happened that day remember where this took place, like shit like that, kind of like hidden amongst it.
Do you have access to your library?
I think I do. Now I could be wrong because it's been a while since I was there, but
Because it could be as simple as, if you would like to read this story, go to the library.
Or
That's where they
like,
found the crossword.
it would. I feel like it needs to be something more direct, like more of like a call to action than that. Like,
I don't know. I think they'll go regardless.
we've left part of the story for the cops in the library. Some not like that. You see what I'm getting at here?
I think we put it at the range or just anywhere in Babylon, not inside, because I don't want to risk like recording all of this and then my keys don't work.
Yeah.
Do we know, in cutting the wires, how many wires are in each bomb?
I don't know, to be honest.
We need Saab.
I have a bomb.
He'd know.
I'll never forget the day that we were at town hall, and Lane goes, Seb, what did you mean when you said you have a bomb? What did you mean by that? Would you like to explain to everybody? And he goes, it's how I feel on the inside. Like I'm a bomb ready to explode with love. That's what he said.
Oh, I miss Sab.
I do too.
Yeah.
Would you like to know more?
I feel they're going to be able to defuse it very simply, though. That's my only worry.
I mean, they haven't been able to yet. Have they been trying? They have to have tried, right?
Unless we just make the crossword really difficult in terms of the questions
Yeah,
we're
listen,
asking them.
balancing it is going to be very tough. I think we give them 15 minutes and we start that counter the second they pick up the book.
Hmm.
So they got to get back up there and decipher it within 15 minutes.
Yeah. So we'll either need someone on lookout in a bush somewhere so that they
Camera.
can tell us, or we put a camera there.
Definitely camera.
I don't know. I know some people who would actually be happily sitting in a bush ready to make that call.
Yeah, it's more just like I don't know that I want unnecessary risk when it doesn't need to be there. Like, I get you want people to have this like adrenaline going through their veins, but we got that just driving through the streets. Like, if somebody wants that, they can hop in the driver's seat of that fucking G6 truck and drive it straight up to the observatory, you know?
Yeah. But it's also keeping that passion for the resistance alive. And I think people having tasks within that does so.
Yeah, the task is going to be people have to set up a camera at the observatory. People have to set up a camera where they drop the clues. People have to drop those clues. People have to drive a G6 truck. People have to steal the G6 truck. People have to actually activate the bomb. People have to be watching these cameras. And then we, while all this is going on, can't even be with them because we have to be doing this radio broadcast. Like, there's going to be so many different moving parts all at once. Like, I promise we'll have no shortage of tasks for people in this at all. Trying to coordinate this is going to be a absolute shit show.
I still don't even remember exactly the plan that we've developed. So we're putting the bank truck. We get the transmission. We get the bank truck to the observatory.
We also need a task ready for a group ready to evacuate the people that are tasked with driving that G6 truck. That's going to be so risky.
I'm like, we've talked about so many things. I'm like, what did we decide that we're doing? You put. All right. It's too early for this for me. All right, you put the radio transmission. You put the bank truck at the observatory. The crossword is somewhere else in New Babylon, perhaps. And then they solve it. They got 15 minutes to solve it. And if they don't, the shit's gonna blow up. Right? Is that the plan? My my brain feels like mashed potatoes right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, which part are we thinking trying to figure out right now?
Right now, my main concern is
Let me lock in. Let me lock in.
the I guess we could just put it in the book saying like you attempt to move this truck, we'll just blow it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, your only option so that this shit doesn't go off is you solve this crossword and you defuse it. Otherwise, you cooked. Can't move it. It'll blow up after 50 minutes. So, get working, right?
Yep. In the radio show, we add to read the end of this story. You'll find it where this all began, or something as simple as that.
Yeah. We actually gotta cook on this radio now, huh?
book instructs them.
Do we leave a phone there with one contact and it's a burner that they or something that sets off that's what sets off the timer, or or on the other end we're like, you know, the timer starts now, so finish up that crossword. Are you cooked? You know what I mean?
Well, we could even just put in the book, you have 15 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have that long. Once
But they
you
still need to contact us. So do you
once
want
you
them
have
calling
read
the?
this.
Like, do you want them to call a phone to give us the?
Yeah, the phone was only to.
The bomb.
So, okay. So, the way the crossword is going to work, right? They're going to have a bunch of answers, and those answers are going to form its own word, right? And that word is going to be a color. Or alternatively, that word is going to be a bunch of letters that shift into a color.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I suppose they then communicate that between themselves anyway, don't they, with whoever's going to go in and defuse the bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, we could, to not involve the phone, we could just have a camera planted and be watching and have it say, like, you know, you have from reading this, like we're watching, from reading this, you have
Yeah,
this
there's no
amount of
phone.
time. Yeah.
The phone was only if we wanted to, like if it was a phone bomb. But with drawing them away, I don't think we need it to be a phone bomb.
Mhm.
No,
We'll
because
just
at
have
that
somebody
point
drive up to it and shit.
it's all on their communication, isn't it? Anyway, over their radios about what to cut. So
Yeah.
the issue is we don't know how many wires are there. Who else do we know we could ask?
Does that really matter? Why would that matter?
Because we're making a crossword about what color it is to cut.
Yeah, well, we're not giving them what colors not to cut.
As in, I've never looked at it. I have no idea what it is inside that bomb. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what colors there are. I have no idea.
Okay, but like all we would need for them is a color to cut, right? Not the colors not to. So it doesn't really matter how many wires. I would assume there's a red wire, right? Or a blue wire.
Yeah, I hope so. I just wish we could ask someone with experience, you know? It's just simply not my skill set.
I think airing a documentary is also still a good idea, though. I need to get Daphne emotes.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I have some of
What?
them. Can you guys see the
Missed call.
Daphne emotes? Like the Daphne,
Hey, what you think about?
the Daphne cheers and stuff. You guys have those?
Not much. Just trying to come up with some plans for Monday.
There's that one.
Have you ever
Okay,
defused a
there's that
bomb?
one.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
there's that one for
How
sure.
many wires are usually on a bomb? Do you know?
I do have the lurk one.
6. Okay. Okay, and do you know what colors those are for the most part?
What I need? What are all the Daphne emotes that I have there, though? I need more animated emotes. I need a Daphne dancing.
Okay. Perfect. And if we
I only have
plant a
3
bomb, could
Daphne
we
emotes?
set it so that we know which wire would cut it to stop it?
I guess I do only have 3 Daphne emotes.
Okay.
All the other emotes are like my old hair.
What we're thinking is maybe doing some sort of plan where we have like a riddle or a crossword that actually gives them the answer to defuse the bomb, but all the questions are just going to cause them to take accountability for all their mistakes. So each question would be something like, um, we want the answer to be Sab. It would be like, who did you torture in your house, Mr. Marshall Brian Knight? And then he would have to put Sab as the answer, like that kind of thing. And then it would lead to a word that would give them the answer. Yes, yeah. So that's what we're cooking on now. Are you with Big Mac? Okay, I got a call from Big Mac, but I missed it because I'm just sitting here cooking. So I didn't see that, but I might give him a call and just make sure he's okay. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. All right, sounds good. I'm gonna give Big Mac a call. Okay, so he thinks that there's usually like 5 to 7-ish wires. He can't say for a fact.
Okay.
Who's
Who was
that?
this?
Bajorna.
Mm.
He used to be a cop, right?
Yeah, so he's
So
probably seen it at least from their point of view as well,
yeah,
which helps.
yellow, green, blue, red, purple, maybe orange. These are some of the colors we got.
Read the colors again.
Yellow, green, blue, red, purple, maybe orange. I think like red, yellow, green are probably for sure on there, right?
Yeah, maybe we go. Because how many? It depends how many questions we want as well.
Yeah.
Because if we go with red, it's like over too quickly, and then we've ruined the balance again.
Mm.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we could have it be like we could have so many different options here. We could have it be a color. We could have it be a cipher into a color, like a Caesar cipher. We could have it be something that represents a color, like
Oh.
faceless that represents a color, or something much more simple
How
like
would that work?
fire truck, like just shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how that would work. Thanks, you're right for that. How much do we care about these answers being made public? Like, I'm trying to think of some way of maybe forcing them to, like, publish that shit. Like, post it on Twitter or something. But, like, we might not really care that much about that. I don't know, I'm asking.
Um, I think it really depends. I think it really depends on the questions. Well, I'm gonna sit down and like start actually making some questions here.
All right, how about sexy car wash outside the MRPD, but instead of wash their cars, we put bombs inside. Promise, sexy car wash. It's just the points. It's just Bobby, dude. Surely they won't be able to resist sexy Bobby, right? Who can? Oh, will you send me, Sarah, can you post that edit in the Discord? Oh, yeah, sexy Bjorn. Like, we gotta find a way to make sexy Bjorn a distraction. Sexy Bjorn calendar leads them to a bomb.
Ew.
Yeah, the I'm too sexy one. Yeah.
It's hard not covering questions that they could look up on their MDT.
Trying to find the February 18th case.
The location is on February 18th on the sexy Bjorn calendar. I made eggs. Well, I microwaved egg bites that HelloFresh sent me. So to say that I made eggs is a little bit of an exaggeration.
Forgot that that was a bench trial, so I can't find it on the docket. That's so annoying.
Can you put it in? Let me see the channels.
How many questions do we want? How big do we want this crossword to be? If they're having 15 minutes.
15?
I would say 6 or 7, depending on how hard they are.
Put it in RP reacts, I would say.
What did Vale complain she got on her shirt after shooting down unarmed civilians without identifying herself as a law enforcement officer? Blood.
which officer
Thank you,
put
sir.
together a plan to hose down innocent civilians just making a life for themselves? Carmine.
Mm. What hospital did 30 Babylonians lay down on the ground for an hour without medical attention? Well, it wasn't an hour. How long was that? It was, it was about an hour we didn't get medical attention. That's another good one.
Whose property did law enforcement torture Alfonso Sebastian in?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Barrio property?
Yeah, it's Brian Knight. How many law enforcement members did it take to defeat New Babylon? 60.
Do we know that
That's
for
not even
definite?
true.
Do
It
we
was a
actually,
tank.
yeah, do we
That
actually
is
know for
true.
definite how many officers turned up that day? Or no?
It should be in the docket. Um,
All right. I think the first question, I definitely think we should use that one. What property was
what property did law enforcement torture Alfonso Sebastian? Brian Knight. What did Vale complain she got on her shirt after shooting down unarmed civilians without identifying herself as a law enforcement officer? Blood.
Do you want Brian Knight or do you want it to say Jamestown? Like the
Well,
actual
it says
address?
whose, right? And I want to waste their time a little bit, so they're gonna have to decide between Brian and Knight.
Hmm.
So it could be Brian or Knight. I think we just have it be. I mean, it depends because I want options for me to fit in to these answers so that I can cipher it properly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What's another good one? Another good question. Hmm.
I wish you could find out specifically on this docket how many of us were actually there for that raid.
Who did law enforcement officers put at risk by attempting to utilize as a CI? Rue.
Hmm. I can't think of any, man.
Which judge do the marshals rely upon to get themselves out of any wrongdoing?
I literally was just about to say, like, who's your pocket judge? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was trying to figure out something for that too, yeah. That was good. I can't think of any, man.
How many people were a part of the Babylonian prison break, number 1? The answer is 32. Because it would take them time to sit and count it.
Is that how many officers were a part of it, or how many people escaped? Like, what was that?
How many people
That's how
escaped?
many Babylonians escaped in the first prison break, and it's 32.
32 people
Yeah.
escaped that?
Yeah.
That's how many people have a prison escape charge on them. It was 32 people.
Jesus Christ.
I think that's a good question because it will take them and it will time waste because they'll have to look through the docket.
Well, but we're giving them a time limit though, or something. Mumbles fumbles.
Was that only Babylonians? And are we sure that was all within the first?
It was within the first, and it was not all Babylonians. I know McNulty was one of them.
Yeah, so I'm not counting anyone that wasn't us. Only us in the prison break. And that's in the first one because Rebecca doesn't have prison break on her record.
Wait, so where did you count that? Is it in a docket post they could easily find?
Yeah, it's the original docket post. It's now been added that everyone that was part of that prison break has prison break as a charge.
Okay, is any part of that subjective? Like, what I'm saying is there any like areas where we could be wrong about that number? Like, could there be somebody that escaped at a later prison break that didn't at the first one or anything like that that now has it on, or is it all within that one same prison break for sure? I just want to make sure that they are actually able to get the right answer. You know what I mean?
Well, the only person that wasn't there was Rebecca. She was the only one that wasn't awake.
Okay, let me just look at it. So where are you finding this?
The original docket, 100.
So did you just count the defense? Or like,
No.
how did you count that?
I went through every single person's charges, and you only look at the people that have prison break.
Oh, okay.
And everyone was in the main prison break on this docket, bar Rebecca, and she doesn't, and you obviously, and you don't have prison break, and nor does she. That's how I know it's correct. Like people like Andy Jones haven't been added to the docket yet, anything. So this
Andy
is still
Jones.
not Andy Jones, what's her name? Andy Coots hasn't been added to the docket either. So this is all the original people that did the breakout.
Dude, what? Did 32 people really break out that day?
Yeah. There were so many of us. I wish you'd pulled up like just 30 seconds earlier so you could have watched us run out of that front door. Like we were getting hit left, right, and center. We would get stuck in corners. There were so many of us.
That seems fucking insane, though.
Not when you were there.
Yeah, it's insane and it's very, very true.
Like when we were stood waiting for the power went off and we all went back to ourselves and we were just waiting, counting the 6. There was just so many of us huddled around that door. And it was even more because obviously we had lifers and things with us as well.
Mm.
And McNulty.
Bro, there were so many people. Me and Tony flipped our car, not even out of the parking lot, and still didn't even get chased. Like, we had to flip the car still in the parking lot.
What date was that?
Prison breakout?
Yeah.
I want to say day after, maybe the day after that.
Fancy.
What?
Brody got caught day 1, right?
No. I think you
Chris-
got maybe a week, and then Anya used a ATM.
He made it all
Why are
the
you
way
saying
to
my
a
name like
week?
that, Nancy? What have I possibly done now? PJ.
Yeah.
Why did you say it like that? What did I do?
So I asked what date so that I can put on this day. And then you said probably the day after. The day after fucking what, bro? Like, I don't
You
know.
know when it was. You were literally away. It was May 4th. You know that date.
What? Then say the date when I ask the date, Nance. If you know the date, just say it out loud when I say what's the date. Like, why do you gotta? I'm not the one doing a crossword riddle right now, bro. I'm not the marshals. Please just make this easier for me.
Ladies, ladies, ladies. Oh my god. Plea deal. Oh yeah, that's where we got the link to the plea deal, right? Oh my god, this is so long. Oh my god. How's the music volume, by the way, guys? Are we partying a little bit, or is it too quiet? I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. No, it's okay. What the fuck ever happened to Quentin?
No idea.
He just disappeared, didn't he? I'll be in the kitchen cooking pies with my baby. Anya being charged with weapons trafficking is so fucking funny to me. Blueberry mint tea. That sounds delicious.
So we're using that question about how many Babylonians originally broke out.
Yeah, we got it. Which gang made multiple treasonous statements publicly and were then given a plea deal by the state? Besties.
Good one. Got their ass.
Or instead, should we do
What are the
like
options?
something about them hand holding the besties as they dropped an attack on us? Like, which
exactly,
gang
Hanks.
did the law enforcement officers
Assist in attacking New Babylon.
Yeah.
She my trap queen.
Read the first one with the besties.
Which gang made multiple treasonous statements publicly and were then given a plea deal by the state? Besties. Or which gang did law enforcement officers collaborate with to attack New Babylon?
Second one.
I'm not get high with my baby. And I can cooking pies with my baby, yeah. And I can fly with my baby. I'll be in the kitchen cooking pies with my baby.
Which gang did law enforcement officers collaborate with to launch an unprovoked attack on New Babylon? Besties.
Yep. What vehicle was used on February 18th?
Bank truck?
What vehicle was utilized to disguise officers to enter New Babylon unannounced? To infiltrate New Babylon unannounced.
What vehicle did law enforcement officers use to hide their identity as officers on February 18th?
Texas chai? What? It's a Ryan Palmer.
How many questions is that now? 5 or 6?
7.
Do we want to hit 10, or do we think that that's maybe too many in getting it in 15 minutes?
I think the more we have, the easier it'll be for me to try and put this together. So it gives me more options, you know?
Bro, I literally can't think of a single fucking question. I feel like such a scrub right now. Chai is pretty tasty. That is the truth.
Whose legal system did Babylonians utilize consistently throughout the existence of their community? Juan Andreas. I want to make them paranoid. Which officer is leaking information to the resistance?
I know, but at that point, they're just guessing based on
Letters that, I mean, doesn't
That would
matter.
have to be
The
a
number of-
bonus question.
Yeah, but
with just like a certain number of like underscores as like slots to place letters.
just choose a person, choose a number of letters, frame somebody basically.
We could do 5,
whoever
so it
they
could be
put in.
Brian, it could be Frost, it could be so many.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's hard, because if it can be a lot, they'll be sat for ages trying to work it out.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's why bonus question. Sick.
Because it might make it unanswerable.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it goes into the actual crossword.
Yeah, exactly. So bonus question is perfect. Then they do the damn thing, and then they're out there like, who could it be? Like all night. Wanna marry me too? What's up, Hightower? Hightower, I had something to say to you, but I forgot what it was. Oh, I think I found like a really good song for an edit, but it's like copyright. It was one of my late night ideas last night when I just had my playlist on. I'll play the song. It was just a late night thought. It's probably not even that good of an idea, but fuck, what's it called? Because the lyrics at the end are, let's do a crime, share a cell together. This song right here. It's mostly the end is what made me think of it. I love this song though. But like I said, it would get copyrighted, so can't really.
Whose life did you take on May 4th?
Is that 4th or 3rd?
3rd?
Oh, yeah, when the Babylonian that died, Sid, right?
Why 3rd?
Well, was it the day that you guys broke into prison, or was it the day they raided?
The raids when they murdered Sid.
Yeah, so 4th was when the raid happened, and that's when Sid lost his life.
And I bet they don't even know his fucking name. Bunch of pigs.
So, how many Babylonians escaped prison was on May 5th then?
It's either 5th or 6th. I don't know. I can't tell you. It was either the day after or it was the day after that. I don't know. It was so long ago.
We were
How
in
long
prison.
were we in there for?
We were in prison for 1 whole day.
Yeah,
I
that's what makes
believe.
me think it was the day after.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I do think it was the day after because I was gone 1 day, right?
Yeah.
And the day I came back, I picked up people escaping prison.
Oh, so you reckon it was literally the day after then? 5th?
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah, we
I
got
kind
off
of
the
vividly
next
remember
day?
us being in communication with you and making the plans for it, and it didn't
Here's the
happen on that
part.
No,
day.
nobody told me. I found out you guys were getting broken out of jail from Ray Romanov. And then 5 minutes before you guys ran out the doors, I got a text saying, be ready at the prison. And so I kicked, I don't know whose car I was in, maybe Lulu's or something. Issa, maybe. I kicked her out of the car and drove it straight to the prison and picked you guys up.
So it must have been the day after them.
God damn, we got quick.
Yeah, we did. I really thought we had a day in the middle.
I
but
thought we
maybe
did too.
didn't.
I mean, there's a lot of us stayed up really late that day.
Yeah, maybe that's why it felt really long.
I swear we had a whole day. I remember, was that the next day we had so much time? I remember like fucking meeting a lifer, putting on a costume with him, like all kinds of shit.
I mean, maybe we don't need to put the date. We just say the first Babylonian breakout. They'll know what that means.
Yeah.
Because I can't confirm you a date. I just don't know.
No, it was the day after that I came back. The day after the raid, I came back and I picked people up from jail.
May 5th then. But if you don't want to put a date and you want to make it more elusive, I think they'd still get it with just writing the first Babylonian jailbreak. Does that make 8 questions?
True. I feel
I
like
think that might be enough for 15 minutes.
the lasagna night was the night they spent the night was like perfect for an edit. Or that time they were walking. I don't know. I've never made an edit before. I don't know. I think I gotta get to work, guys. I think I gotta go get to work. Gotta take a shower, get ready, get my work done before my friend. Oh, we should be leaving, I think, in like a couple hours. So yeah, I definitely need to go. I need to go to sleep early today, but I want to stop in here, check in with you guys.
I appreciate that. I think we have cooked some really good shit already.
W Girlies planning terrorism day. Let's go.
Yay!
Yay. Girl time.
Guys are like, I wonder what girls do at sleepovers. This is what they do. They plot against the government.
Period. Is it okay if I sleep here or?
Yeah, that should be fine. Are you gonna be up tomorrow?
No, no.
Okay. Then I will see you. That's good because neither will I. I will
Okay.
see you on Monday.
Okay,
There's
cool.
like rooms over there that you can sleep in.
Okay, sick.
Don't sleep in room 7.
Okay,
Don't sleep in room 7.
okay. Is
Yeah.
it haunted?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Badly.
Okay. Yeah, I don't fuck with that. All right. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you Monday.
All right, good
I'm
night.
gonna
Good night.
record some music. Let me know if you come up with anything you really want to say or anything like that. I'll probably be finalizing it on Monday, but yeah, I definitely got to record some shit like tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right. I see you Monday.
All right, good night.
See you Monday.
Girls committing terrorism or girls planning terrorism day. I don't know where to go. Is it like through here, right? Oh my god, the chicken mask? That's crazy. Don't sleep in room 7. How many rooms are there? Oh my god, this is so cool, dude. Oh, so spooky. That's room 7. We can't go in there. Go in room 8. There's nothing in here. There's not a bed in here. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm not gonna place the emote, actually. I'm gonna be lazy. Alright, guys, I'm gonna work on this music, get my stuff done, go to my friend's birthday party tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on this Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Thank you for spamming the emotes. Thank you for being active in chat. Everybody's spamming the emotes to give me that KCIP. You know we appreciate when y'all do that. We're gonna raid into Catherine's. You guys can keep hanging out with the with the girls planning terrorism. Hey, thank you for being here. Don't thank me for streaming. I thank you for showing up. What song is this? This is what I think it is? It's kind of a vibe. KCIP, KCIP. I'm surprised no one's made like a KCIP emote. Okay, you guys are iconic. You guys are iconic. We're gonna go right into Catherine. So you guys can keep planning terrorism. Let me make sure I spell her name right. Yeah. All right. Okay, good night, you guys. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great, great weekend. And we'll see you Monday to commit terrorism, not just plan it. 6/11, never forget we did that shit. Oh, wait, should I show you guys really fast? No, I'll show you guys. I kind of want to show you guys my idea for the 6/11 the song. Okay, yeah, actually, all right, yeah. Before we do this, I'll show you really really fast. I'll show you really fast. Let me. It's just a beat off YouTube, so like I couldn't even put it on Spotify. I just like searched really fast for like a Rage Against the Machine type beat, but this is like perfect. I haven't written like a lot of it. Let me pull up the lyrics I did write. Um, you can't take us to court because we blew that bitch up. Popped out like, what you want to do today? We gonna bomb the courthouse and we getting away. Hang on, let me put. Let me show you. I thought about opening with something like. I might in there be like something about like woke up in the morning like. Blah, 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 blah. This is when we'd be like. Something like sunny day in Los Angeles and like popped out like what you wanna do today? We gonna bomb the courthouse and we get it away. So we roll up at the courthouse and we rock right in. Cop cars across the street and they ain't doing shit. Oh, this is when. Or wait. Yeah. Take us to court because got him. Wait, got a Deagle, got a Molly, got a Scuba, caught him. You wanna blow up the courthouse? Yeah. You wanna blow up the courthouse? Yeah. You wanna blow up the courthouse? Hell yeah! Courthouse 611, we did that shit. You wanna blow up the courthouse? Blow up the courthouse? Hell yeah! Courthouse 611, we did that shit. Yeah, that's like all. That's all I wrote. That's literally all I wrote of it. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a Rage Against the Machine song. I think this is the part where it's like, I was like, I wanted to do that. You can't take us to court because we blew that bitch up. I don't know about this one. What I was thinking for that one is like. I thought it would be funny because I thought it would be funny to name off the weapons that Daphne had in her pocket. And name drop scuba because we always have fucking scuba tanks. So I'd be like, oh wait, let me have Daphne drink something before we go back. Be like, cause she had, right, got a Deagle, got a Molly, got a scuba, caught a body. We didn't kill anyone, but it rhymes. Because that's all the stuff Daphne had in her pocket. Mm. You wanna blow up the courthouse? You wanna blow up the courthouse? You wanna blow up the courthouse? Courthouse 611, we did that shit. Yeah. 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 That's the vibes. That's the vibes, guys. Maybe I might record that this weekend. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be great. It'll be great. If I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it this weekend though. We gotta do it like soon. Alright guys, we're yeah, but we'll see. Because like I said, I got a lot of work to do. I was too exhausted to do anything yesterday, so I'm like behind. All right. All right, go say hi to Catherine. Go tell her we love her. I'll see you guys Monday. Thank you. That with fuck the marshals, exactly. Alright, good night guys. See you Monday.